everybody! Welcome to the Pagan Perspective. My name is Angel and I am the Thursday host for Subs Week, and this is a double dose of Subs Week. The question this week is about karmic cleansing. Okay, the question comes from 3 Chrysos or Chrysos. I have a question about karmic cleansing ritual. It's for personal karma. But what about ancestral karma? What ritual can I use for releasing this problem on my shoulders? How do I do it with magic or a ritual? I think it's important as this could release low vibrations. Now, as with many things on this path, karma, it has so many different ways, strands of thought in what people believe about it. For me, I don't personally believe in ancestral karma. I don't believe that karma follows a line. I believe it follows an individual soul. So, I don't have a way of magically cleansing ancestral karma, as I don't incorporate that into my path. However, there are spiritualists and psychics out there that can do karmic cleansings, and I'm sure they also include ancestral cleansings. However, I don't know how they go about doing that. I will give you what I do personally to cleanse karma. Some of it's mundane and some of it's magical, and the reason why I have both is I believe it's very important to have a balance of one foot in the magical, one foot in the mundane, to keep a good balance on yourself and your spiritual self, because you really need to be aware of what's going on in both worlds. I'm going to go over the mundane first, and these are things that I use in my own practice. So, you know, feel free to twist it, turn it, delete it, whatever. Whatever fits you. If it doesn't fit you, that's cool too. The first thing I would do is clean up. And I mean physically clean up. When you're talking about raising your vibrations, one of the ways to do that is cleaning your space. Cleaning it of clutter, dusting it, vacuum, and I mean like really clean your space. I don't know anybody, or I've never met anybody who hasn't cleaned up an area and felt like, wow, this feels really good to have this. So that lifts your vibrations, which helps you in practicing your magic. It helps you, you know, be more efficient in your magic, in your practice. So that's kind of a mundane and a magical remedy for that. The other part of cleaning up is making amends. It's really important, I believe, to apologize to people that you've hurt in this life. That way you're not bringing this karma to the next one. You know what I mean? So, obviously you can't apologize for or to people from your past life of things you've done. Although, I believe that there are some souls that follow you in your cluster, and that you may have done the same to them in a past life. So, I guess in essence you can apologize to their soul. But make amends. You know, really deeply, sincerely apologize and put yourself in people's shoes to see where they're coming from when they are hurt. Okay. Change your actions. What you say and what you do. Now, I know some people are going, Angel, this is so much more difficult. It's easier said than done. But honestly, as human beings, we tend to so overcomplicate things. We really do. Changing what you do and what you say is a matter of being your own personal auditor and filter. Now, yeah, you can say whatever you want and do whatever you want. It's free will. It's a free country, sorta. You can do and say what you want, but please don't bitch about it later, because that's karma coming back to you. If you don't want it to come back to you, then you need to have a filter. You need to be an auditor of your actions. Before you do something or you say something, you need to really take a moment to account for what's going to happen when you do or say those things. So, once you start doing that, it will help you change those habits that you may have brought from a previous life into this one. Now, another thing that I see people do, and I know I've done it, is anything bad that happens, oh, it's my karma. It's bad karma. But you rarely hear anybody say, wow, this wonderful thing happened, that's good karma. You know, that's for living right and doing the right things, and that's, you know, good karma. We rarely ever acknowledge the positive. So be thankful. Acknowledge even the smallest things, you know. If you, even small things like, you know, when you're not in a rush, you know, you're more present and you let people cut in front of you, either in a line or in traffic. And the day you're in a rush, people are letting you in, and you're like, wow, that was really nice. That's going to be your karma. That's going to be a small little, you know, thank you for being a good person. So acknowledge that. Be aware of it. All these things can also help raise your vibrations. And when that happens, you're in a better place mentally, a better place spiritually and physically to practice magic, to be able to do an actual cleansing on yourself, or just practice positive magic. The other thing is, check your intentions. What you think becomes action. Not always, but it does a lot of the time. So before you think something negative is going to happen, try to think of it positive. Now, I know a lot of people, and I was like this for years, that I'm going to think the worst that can happen, because if it's a little bit better, I won't be as disappointed. But you're always disappointed because the crap always happens, because you're thinking it's going to happen. I really believe in the power of attraction, so be aware of what you're attracting into your life, and also acknowledge that it might not be karma. Just because something is happening doesn't necessarily mean it's always karma. It could be what you're attracting into your life. However, that could be karma in a way that you have this habit of attracting negative into your life. So you brought that from this life, the last life that you constantly attracted negativity. You're in this life, you're constantly attracting negativity, but you're saying that's karma. So it's kind of two different things. I know it's kind of out there, but be aware of your thoughts and your actions. And the last thing that's mundane, but it's also sort of, you know, magical too, is don't defeat yourself before you start anything. The I don't, I can't, I won't, you know, those things are defeated ways of approaching a situation. And once you say them, you're already in that mind space, which lowers your vibration. So those are some things you can do that are mundane, but they're also magical in a way. And why I say that is because the most powerful tool that we have in our arsenal of magic is this up here. So if we keep this clean and we keep this, you know, audited and we keep this, you know, fine-tuned, then our magic will be the same. Our karma will also reciprocate that. Now, magically, I always practice positive magic. You know, I rarely do bindings because that's a very slippery slope. And I have to make sure that I am in the utmost positive intentions when I'm doing it, or I don't do it. But other than that, I don't practice any what I consider negative magic. The other thing I do magically is I align myself with positive people and positive environments. Whenever I am in my mundane life as well, I try really hard to make sure I stay away from negative people, or if I can see that there's a glimmer of hope that they won't be negative, then I'll really try to be a part of their life in a positive way so that they can see that they can be a positive person, which does work out a little bit for me. I mean, it has. I'm hopeful that people have, you know, had positive things come out. Anyways, blah. Okay, so align yourself with positive people and positive environments, which will help you practice positive magic, raises your vibrations. Your karma, again, will reciprocate that. It also changes your habits in what you, how you your outlook is on things, and these things can, I think, cleanse your karma from a past life as well, because you're changing in this life. Sometimes change is the cleanse itself. So, those are things that I do. Those are things that I practice when it comes to karmic cleansing. Again, I don't believe in ancestral cleansing, so I'm hoping somebody will have an awesome video on that in here, because I don't practice that, so I have nothing to say about it. But, you know, if anybody has any questions about any of the things that I said, what I practice, or what have you, please feel free to message me. You can comment on this. I'm going to check back and forth on this video. And please feel free to visit my channel. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to message me. I'd love to hear from everybody. And as always, I love the feedback. All right. I think that's it for now. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Until next time, blessed be, and bye.